What's up guys, welcome back. Kyle Russ here with HydroMind. In this video, we're gonna be testing this bottle of oxygen, 95% pure, to see if it gives a boost in performance. Now I've devoted so much of the last 10 years of my life learning how to increase how well and efficiently I process oxygen with breath training and exercise. And when I saw this, I thought it was pretty funny and I really wanted to try it. I'm certain it will work for a short period, but I'm really interested to see anyways. So I was reading a book, a business book, and the guy in the book was saying, you can sell anything. There's even people that sell bottles of air. And then he showed a bottle of this. So I looked it up and I found it, had it delivered. So I'm looking forward to trying it. So I'm gonna do a test to measure the results. And then it stayed for the end of the video because I'll show you actual methods that will almost guaranteed beat this and that you can't forget to bring with you. You don't have to buy bottles of them. It's your own physiology and your own techniques that you learn that will almost guaranteed to outperform this. So I'm gonna try it at home and then try it in the ocean, and we're gonna do it right now. All right, this is without the oxygen. I'm gonna do a paddle workout, counting reps. This is my first exercise of the day. I did a little bit of warm up, a little bit of stretch. So I'm gonna do a proper paddle workout to see how many reps I can get with perfect form. Take a little break and then count the reps with the oxygen. Okay, that was 7-0. Not out of breath, but the muscles got tired there, so I stopped before I lost good form. Okay, it's been 5 minutes since that last round. I'm completely recovered. This one's gonna be with the oxygen. So it says here, there's two different ways to do it. It comes with this mask you put on it, and you breathe it like that. But I just dropped it and it cracked. But also, they said the second method is you just put it straight in your mouth and it's more concentrated. So I'm gonna do that. So I don't know how many hauls to take off it. I'm gonna take a bunch and then I'm gonna do a workout. We're gonna count it. So here we go. Well, that was only 80. It was an improvement, and when I do regular workouts, each set is diminishing, so it's definitely an improvement. I don't feel like I got a lot. I didn't create a good seal. Felt like I lost a lot, but still, I don't know. That's funny. Tiny bit of a boost. I definitely felt it in the beginning for sure, but that's hilarious. Hey, what's up? I'm just about to head out surfing, and I actually had another idea of how to test how well this stuff works. So in one of my breath training courses of the past, I had a method that would teach you how to test your oxygen efficiency. What you do is you just blow out like as if you're sighing and hold your breath at the bottom, and then you count how many seconds it takes for you to get that first urge to breathe, where it like kind of tingles up your nervous system. And typically the test is best done to keep a steady baseline is to do it when you first wake up in the morning, when your heart rate's the same, everything's the same, hydration, all that stuff, right? So then it's like a level measure. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to do a test without the can, and then I'm gonna do one right afterwards. Problem with that is doing two tests side by side, the second test is gonna be diminished because I'll be recovered from that breath hold, my heart rate will be elevated. So a good measure actually will be to see if I can match it or even still beat it with using the can. So anyways, we'll just see, and then we're gonna head out surfing. So first test. "25 seconds-ish." That's actually 20 and above is like what I consider the excellent range. Oh, you don't need to shake these things. Okay, not even recovered at all. I'll take a few hauls just to really see what's going on. Okay, one more. Here's the test. $35. That felt awesome. Okay, works good for that. All right, so enough of that. We're gonna head out to the beach and I'll show you the spot. I got a good spot picked for a test, I think, so we'll see. All right, we're at the spot. I chose this spot because it's a nightmare of a paddle. Now this spot, it's very deceiving because the waves are so random. Now, I typically would come here at a mid-tide where it's filling in, and it seems to work. It like narrows it down a bit so the margin, so you can sit at a more precise spot. But once it fills in like this, you can see that it's like such a hard paddle out. There's peaks everywhere. Like if you look right there's one out front here, there's one out there. However, if you watch, you'll see like some screamers that just like rip like long running waves. They don't break in the same place every time. They break here, then they'll break there, then they'll break there. So you never know where to sit. So it's like you have to get lucky, but you never get lucky because every wave that you miss means that you're caught inside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try and paddle out at the hardest spot, see if I can get out, and just see what this stuff can really do. So it sucks to be here alone, getting caught inside. I'll tell you that. So it's gonna be a worthy test. All right, I'm pretty much ready. I've been watching it. It's like fully closing out. 100% chance I'm getting my ass kicked here. I'm using this 7.6. And it's very narrow and small, but it's not the board of choice here. I could duck dive it on like tiny white water, but not this. The only reason I did it because it's got the nose mount on it for the GoPro. I was gonna use the mouth mount, but I realized I can't use the oxygen if I got the mouth mount. So anyways, look, I'm 100% getting worked. Like if I catch a wave, I'll be shocked. So my plan is to get out there, see how it works, and then catch one wave in, and then I'm out of here. So wish me luck. Okay, it is fully closing out. There's no good way to get out. I really don't want to do this right now, but we're here. It just said the memory card is close to being empty, so I got to rush. So I'm gonna try and sprint paddle, which I recommend never doing. So here we go. All right, just got fully worked. I hope that GoPro got it. So I got dragged a few hundred meters down the beach. So many duck dives. I thought I made it. There was a lull and I went for it. And right when I thought I was past the break, a giant set came. I was probably like 15, 20 feet away from being in the position to catch it, but regardless, it landed on me and I don't know if I had the energy anyways. So I said, it looked like the memory card was almost empty on the GoPro, which I didn't realize. So I tried to be fast. So I never recommend anyone sprint when they paddle ever in any situation. I spent too much gas trying to get out there in the beginning, broke my own rule. This, it gave me a bit of a boost, maybe. I don't know. If feeling is believing, I don't know. I don't really feel much. And if there was anything, it wore off quick. And then, so when I got rejected and I was way down the beach, I came back and my lungs were burning. Burning lungs is a sensation I never get from surfing because I never push myself and I train for it, right? So that was a new feeling. So I got on the beach and they say this is good for recovery. So I don't know, I'll say it again. If feeling is believing, I don't feel shit. So I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna go try and check another spot, but I'll head back home and I'll show you a breathing exercise. It doesn't require some stupid, trendy can, something that you can't forget to bring with you. It's you're building your own oxygen efficiency. So I'll show you exactly what that means to make sure you have as much oxygen as you can at all times, not rely on this, but then also some techniques to make sure you're getting it in large quantities. This, certified bullshit. So what's the verdict? Absolute complete waste of time and money. Now, when I was going into this, I expected it to have a bit of an effect, but it had way less effect than I thought it would. I thought it would be like very significant, having pure oxygen to just do like a blast of an endurance workout, but it barely worked at all. And especially for recovery too, it didn't have any difference compared to the way I normally felt. So this is total crap. And also, one thing about this, let's say it was working a bit for you, you enjoyed it, it would make you a dependent weakling because you have to have your canister with you in order to do your workout. And I was watching a clip from the bald guy from the Shark Tank, and he was investing in one of these companies. He expects it to be $1 billion industry, man, and it probably will be because people want to do things the shortcuts, the easy way. But imagine like the average people trying to get their exercise or trying to ride their bike around the block. They have to bring a can of oxygen in order to survive their workout. Total crap. It'll rob you of results with your exercise. It'll make you a dependent. Absolutely 100% do not do this because we are built with everything we need to get oxygen in greatest quantities that we need in order to push it through our bodies. You just have to learn to use your body and upgrade it a little bit. And you can never forget to bring your body. And if you make breathing properly a subconscious reflex, you will never forget how to do it. It'll be part of who you are and it's free to do. Never ever buy one of these. Right now, I'm gonna show you a super simple exercise that will outperform this 1000%. All right, so I'm gonna explain a little bit what we're doing here. It's something I've taught for years. It's called the oxygen pathway. And it's what you need to truly have oxygen efficiency, to get oxygen in the greatest amounts and use it properly. So it makes each oxygen molecule last longer and you can do more with less of it. So that's the ultimate thing that you can build as a surfer. So oxygen pathway is simple. There's 3 steps in order to get oxygen and use it properly. First is intake. So that's the inhale. So properly filling your lungs. So it's technique and it's also an attribute, meaning you can change your physiology. So technique means you're taking full inhales. This is important because when you're paddling, you're laying belly down, you have pressure on your diaphragm. So it's common not to fully inhale your lungs and actually do what's called inverted breathing, where you don't inflate your diaphragm at all. And the second piece is with training, like low oxygen training, you can increase your lung capacity. So that means your lungs can hold more air. So your inhales become greater. So that gives you more to work with, right? So you increase that, it's going to be a massive change. Second is distribution. So that's your heart. So that's delivering oxygen-rich blood to your extremities. You have to have a strong heart. So that's cardio, endurance, and low oxygen training really helps that as well too. So one thing where you push your cardio system and get it to upgrade itself, like let's say you do normal cardio, like you go on a 1 or 2 hour jog. It's at the end of that cardio session, that long form cardio session, where you begin to push your cardio system, and that's when it starts to upgrade. That's where you do the work. With low oxygen training, you find your limits in seconds. So your finish line races towards you. So you're getting those results in a shorter amount of time, forcing your body to upgrade. Because when your body recognizes you're low on oxygen, it upgrades everything, especially your heart. So your resting heart rate gets lower so you can serve oxygen better, but it pumps it out as you need it. So it's so valuable. You have to have a strong heart. The third step, after you're distributing it around, you have to absorb it. So number 3 is absorption. This is one that gets missed a lot because these are easy to understand. But even if you have oxygen-rich blood traveling through your body, it has to get into your muscles and your organs and your brain. So the way to do this, there's a few different ways, but the easiest ones to understand are you have to increase your tolerance to high levels of CO2. So that's what gives you the urge to breathe, to expel the air that turns into CO2 that you're holding. So you increase your tolerance to that, you can hold your breath longer. But there's something interesting that you must have CO2 in pair with oxygen, because CO2 dilates your blood vessels. So that allows oxygen to get from your blood into your muscle. So it opens the doorway. So you must have CO2 in there. So that's super, super important. So that happens again with low oxygen training because you're restricting oxygen. It accumulates CO2 in your blood and it gets your body used to it. So you become much more efficient. So you optimize this pathway. You get it in greater amounts. You distribute it very efficiently and quickly. So it gets to where it needs to be and then it gets absorbed properly. So it's because it's possible to exhale oxygen that's unused, right? So you don't want that. So optimizing this one is going to make sure it's all used. You do as much as you can with the least amount of oxygen possible. So I'm going to show you a quick exercise that you can do that's going to blow this stupid oxygen canister out of the water. All right, so this breathing technique, I'm not certain if I've ever even shared this publicly. I've been sharing it with my members for years, and it's called piston breathing. And it's what you do right before you paddle out. So it's making your body filled with oxygen. So you're inhaling deeply, you're getting it pumped through your body, so you're like filled with oxygen-rich blood, boom, right before you paddle out. So piston breathing goes like this. So you gotta really, really focus on breathing in with your diaphragm, and it goes like this. So diaphragm goes out, but so you wanna do full inhales, 100% inhale, and then like a 3/4 exhale. So you're holding some in. So what it's gonna do, like I said, it's gonna make my body filled with oxygen-rich blood, and I'm gonna do a paddle workout. The baseline that I did before was 70 reps without anything, so we're gonna see if I can beat that. Woo! 100 easy reps. Baseline was 70. Oxygen canister was 80. So I beat the baseline by 50-60%. What junk that water bottle is. So piston breathing is a temporary boost, but that's why you do it right before you paddle out. A couple of tips. So piston breathing, I do consider in the advanced technique range, because if you aren't used to it, you don't have great oxygen efficiency, you're accumulating CO2 and oxygen, it can make you kind of feel a little bit breathless, even dizzy. So practice and training. Practice here at home where it's safe. So if you do get dizzy, you're fine, because you don't want to be dizzy paddling out on a big day. But see, like I just increased my temporary endurance by 50, 60, 70%. I'm not even really sure. How good would that feel to get up past the break on a big day right away? Boom, then you're there. How about this? Catch the wave of the day, come back in, do it again, piston breathing, boom, you're back out. And then you already have all this oxygen efficiency from doing the training. That's like, I call it the oxygen safety net. So you already are super efficient with your oxygen, so you don't need that really. So when you're out there surfing around, constantly duck diving, holding your breath a lot, it's just normal to you, right? It's not a shock to your body. Oxygen canisters, junk. Upgrading your physiology, upgrading your oxygen efficiency, 1000% certified, the only way to be if you want to catch the best waves and reach your potential as a surfer. Get this junk out of here. All right, so that's it for me. If you want to build oxygen efficiency that you can never forget to bring with you, that can't be taken away from you, that makes you an ultimate surfer where you can surf for hours without getting tired, you can recover quick, you can have massive blasts of endurance by using these secret techniques, all built on top of oxygen efficiency. If you want that, that's what I give to my members every single day, surfers around the world. And the coolest thing about breath training is it works on everyone. All you need to qualify are lungs, a heart, and a diaphragm. You have to have a cardio system, which you do. The only other thing that you need to bring is a desire to surf better. If you have that, 1000% guaranteed this stuff will work for you like it has for thousands of people before you. So it's the lowest hanging fruit. It's free to use once you have it. You'll have it forever, and it's all part of our training. Everything we do includes breath training, stretching, warm up, paddle training. Everything includes breath training because remember the oxygen pathway, intake, distribution, absorption. You have to do it properly in everything. The Cool thing about breath training is when you do it at home in repetition, it becomes subconscious reflex, meaning you put it away and you bury it, meaning you don't have to think about it. So when you're out in heavy situations, you automatically do the optimal thing without thinking about it. That's the power of repetition from home. You upgrade your cardio system, but you make doing the right thing part of who you are. There is no argument in my mind to not be doing breath training if you want to be a great surfer or if you just want to catch lots of waves or be healthy. Get this out of your life. Next time you see someone trying to use this, share this video with them, and that's it. So if you want more information about our program, down in the description, there's a link. It goes to another free training. It's called 3 Steps to Thousands of Waves, and it shows our entire process, step by step, how we take anyone from any situation, any age, any skill level, and rapidly get them to progress their surfing in as quick as a week. So that's all I got. Go click that link in the description and join our program and upgrade your surfing for the rest of your life.